Hi, this is Susan Walsh from HookingUpSmart.com. I've received a number of requests from readers to do some video postings, so today is the inaugural one. We'll give that a try. I'm going to share with you today an email that I received from Megan, a reader, and I'm going to give her my thoughts on it and see if you guys have some interesting and additional thoughts as well. Megan writes, "Hi Susan, so I've really liked this guy from my college for a while. I go to a medium-sized college and I see him around campus. I've been around him a bit and have had brief conversations with him in party situations. He also used to sit behind me in a class. Would it be awkward to Facebook message him? I just don't know how to approach the situation. I don't know if he's attracted to me. Thanks, Megan." Well, Megan, you're obviously in a situation that is so very common for single people, and one that most of us will experience many times before we settle down with a life partner. And that is, you're attracted to someone and you are uncertain about whether that attraction is mutual. So your goal is clearly to signal your attraction to this young man and to find out whether he feels the same way about you. Because if he does, that could be the start of something great. So your objective too, I think, is to accomplish that with the least possible embarrassment, awkwardness, or loss of face. You want a situation that's as comfortable as possible for both of you, where you both feel secure in expressing interest, any interest that you might feel, but not so much that you would pressure the other person or put up someone in the position where they feel like they have to be rejecting, and that creates an awkwardness for the future on campus and so on. So I'm going to tell you the best way that I think you can let a guy know that you're interested in him. It's really, very simple. It's a question of being friendly and open and smiling at him. I understand why you're tempted to send the Facebook message. The allure of social media or using technology to communicate is that it is arm's length. If for some horrible reason you Facebook messaged him and he went, "Blah!" you wouldn't be aware of that. He could have any response and you wouldn't know it. So you're really unlikely to experience rejection in a very direct way or in a way that's embarrassing. And I totally get why that is tempting and why that's appealing. And guys especially do it all the time because they do most of the initiating, and they tend to do a lot of it via texting. And if the girl never responds, she never responds, and they don't know why, but whatever. It's not that hard to move on from that. But I think that what you missed there is the opportunity to do something that feels a lot more natural and organic. So, for example, you're in the same social situation or the same social circle as this guy, I gather. You see him on campus. How about approaching him and just saying, "Hey, I haven't seen you, talk to you yet this year. How was your summer?" Walk up to him at a party, get a little bit of liquid courage, and then walk up and say, "Hey." I think that that's a great way to go about it, because he's going to see that you're interested in getting to know him a little bit better. He won't necessarily think that you like him, but he might. But it's a socially appropriate and really nice way to get better acquainted with someone. Just be friendly. I think if a girl is friendly and smiling at a guy, he's going to at least consider whether she might be interested in him. And the beauty of that is that gives him a little bit of an insurance policy, so he can turn around then and initiate something a little bit more romantic, or suggest hanging out or whatever it might be, with a much reduced risk of rejection. And of course, everybody wants to avoid rejection. So to the extent that you can reduce his risk of rejection, that's a big part of the battle. The other thing I want to mention is that these things are not always instantaneous. You've been thinking about him for a while and you think he's attractive, and he may or may not have been feeling about you that way already, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he might not grow to find you attractive in future. So Research shows that familiarity does breed attraction for both sexes. Both sexes report discovering things about people and getting attracted to them after they get to know them. And of course, I'm sure you've seen this in friend groups where people who are friends platonically for a while all of a sudden get crazy about each other and get together. So that is a very real possibility as well. By just getting to know him a little bit better and making it clear that you enjoy his company and his conversation, you're building a foundation of, at the very least, a cordial friendship. But again, also making it feel safe for him to, share some stuff about himself, and you guys can get, develop some intimacy that way, and things often grow from there. But I do encourage you to take the action, because I hear of so many missed opportunities and misconnections. I so often people, even 2, 3, 4 years out of college, will run into someone and get chatting and say, oh, I had such a crush on you in college, and the other person will say, no way, I really wish I'd known that at the time, or I always felt that way too, but the timing was never right, or what have you. So I think it's good to cultivate those connections with other people that you find attractive, and just in general, cultivate connections with people, because you expand your social network and you make new friends, and they have friends and their friends have friends, and that kind of just social networking is really rewarding. And over time you get more and more comfortable interacting with people in that way, and from there romance does often spring. So I hope this helps. I really do urge you to give it a try in person, face to face, make eye contact, smile, and let us know how it goes.